Hello everyone. So this video is now the continuation of unit number 2 Mmpc016. So we already know about the globalization now, how it evolved. So now we are going to read about the effects of globalization. Globalization is a process by which there is an increase in interconnection and dependence between nations, people and businesses through greater cross-country mobility, communication and cross-cultural exchanges. Thus, globalization process have given impetus to greater global production and distribution of products and services of a homogeneous kind of on a worldwide basis. Now we can demarcate the separate areas of the effects of the process of globalization. These areas of effects of globalization are as follows. The first one is integration of economies. The second one is integration of strategy. Third one is integration of industries. Fourth one is integration of markets. Thus, the process of globalization integrates global economies, global strategy, global industries, global markets, global drivers and global players in order to create organization for global environment. It has created integration of services, resources and products, thus creating a boundary-less environment. The drivers of globalization for an industry. An industry becomes global because of the occurrence of certain factors. From that standpoint, every industry cannot be a global one. There are certain drivers which determine the potential for globalization of an industry. These are four broad groups of drivers of globalization of an industry. The first one is market, second one is cost, third one is government, and the fourth one is competition. Together, these four sets of drivers cover all the major critical industry conditions that affect the potential for globalization. The drivers are primarily uncontrollable and each industry has a level of globalization potential that is determined by these external drivers. Industry globalization drivers, market drivers and cost economic drivers. So convergence of lifestyle and tastes and in economic driver, continuing push for economies of scale. Increased travel creating global consumer, and in cost drivers accelerating technological innovations. In market drivers, growth of global and regional challenges, but here in advances in transportation. In market drivers, establishment of world brands, push to develop global advertising, shortening product life cycle. Whereas in cost driver, or you can say economic driver, emergence of newly industrialized countries, increasing cost of product development. And when we differentiate in government drivers and competitive drivers, in government drivers, reduction of tariff barriers, creation of trading blocs, decline in role of government, reduction in non-tariff barriers, shift in open market economies. And in competitive drivers, increase in level of world trade, increase in foreign execution of corporations, companies becoming globally centered, increased formation of global strategic alliances, globalization of financial markets. Culture comprises the value and unwritten rules that guide behavior in a corporation. Proponents of global marketing argue that because market needs are homogeneous, country differences are less relevant to international market planning. Yet others assert that the existence of global markets is a myth. They point to the many contradictory trends around the world, suggesting stark differences in national markets and hence the need for adaptations and customization of international marketing based on individual country differences. The removal of trade barriers and the growing similarity of national markets created the potential for globalization of markets and competition. The development of MNCs or of global networks allowing independent firms, cheap technology, and effective transportation and communication services has provided the practical means necessary for the integration of supply chains. These conditions are necessary but not sufficient. Intense competition in most industries in the driving force necessary for integration and globalization. A discussion on globalization has shifted the attention to a more fundamental issue, the underlying motives of the firm. Jen asserts that strategy adaptation is the means to an end. The establishment of a firm's economic assets and economic position and competitive position in the marketplace. The fundamental question is, when a firm operates in an overseas market, what are its ultimate objectives? The need to broaden the discussion to include the firm's strategic perspective in this debate has been articulated by several authors. The following four factors affect the company's ability to formulate and implement global strategy. Organization structure comprises the reporting relationships in a business, the boxes and lines. Management process comprises the activities such as planning and budgeting that make the business run. People comprise the human resources of the worldwide business and include both managers and all other employees. Culture comprises the values and unwritten rules that guide behavior in a corporation. So, with the help of this chart, you can understand market factor, economic factor, competitive factor, environmental factor, potential for global strategy. The potential for global strategy include following four factors. In market factors, this include the homogeneous market need, the global customers or global consumers, transferable brands and promotional strategies, and internationalization of the distribution channel. These factors affect the competitiveness of the industry. Economic factor. These factors include the global economies of scale in manufacturing and distribution, worldwide sourcing efficiencies, and significant differences in country cost. Environmental factors. The factors like declining transportation cost, improved logistic networks, fast telecommunication facilities, and other technological developments, including facilitative government policies, are the external drivers for the industry. Competitive factors. The factors like competitive interdependence among countries, global moves of competitors, and the prevailing opportunities to preempt the global moves of the competitors work as an aid for developing a global strategy. Besides these, to become globally competitive, the company needs to focus on the following: developing a marketing plan with universal appeal, help employees understand the company's global vision, learning from mistakes that others have made in the past, select the right partners for joint ventures overseas. Thank you for now. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.